Send something to Mike.
What's that?
We send something to Mike, which is mom pays to Mike. Oh, to me.
Mike,
He's on.
we didn't crank it up yet, but.
Oh, I didn't.
And we are live now.
You're
Just
live,
live.
okay. Oh, Mike.
He's on.
Live.
Ready?
Oh,
Oh, we're ready?
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, I was talking
My
to George
fault.
when you said something I wasn't sure what to say. Okay, I'm gonna call to order the Evesham Municipal Utilities Authority meeting for July 1st, 2026. Please read the opening statement.
Both adequate and electronic notice of this meeting pursuant to both the Open Public Meetings Act and Emergency Remote Meeting Protocol. Advised in local finance notice 2020-21 has been given by the office manager of the Evesham Municipal Utilities Authority on February 5th, 2026 in the following manner. 1. Emailing written notice to the Burlington County Times and Courier Post. 2. Posting written notice on the official Evesham EMUA website. 3. Filing written notice with the clerks of Evesham and Medford. Written notice was posted at the authority's business address located at 100 Sharp Road, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053 on February 5th, 2026. The statement shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
All right, so please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
just
Chris, please call the roll.
Mr. Wilmot,
Here.
Mr. Truss,
Here.
Mr. Sweeney,
here,
Schmidt,
Here.
Mr. Kipnis,
Here.
Mr. Tenza,
Here.
Mr. Waters.
Here. And I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes for the June 3rd, 2026 regular board meeting.
So moved. I wasn't here.
Oh,
No. I wasn't here.
You were here. Donna.
You were here, Byron.
Yeah, I know, but I can't.
you have to, since now the other one.
You can
Oh, okay.
move it to go. You just,
Okay, I'll second the motion.
okay. Does anybody have any questions, comments, additions or deletions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
I wasn't here, so I have to recuse.
okay, Mr. Schmidt,
I'm also gonna abstain.
okay, Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Abstain.
and Mr. Waters.
Aye. And I have a motion to approve the June 3rd, 2026 executive session.
So moved.
Second,
Okay. Does anybody have any comments or questions on that? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
aye,
Mr. Schmidt,
I'm gonna abstain again.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Abstain.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Can I have a motion to approve the June 12th, 2026 special board meeting?
So moved. Second.
Okay, does anybody have any comments, questions, additions or deletions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
was I there?
this was the one you were on Zoom, I believe you were.
It was a Zoom.
Okay. Aye,
Mr. Schmidt,
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Public comment for agenda items only, not seeing no one from the public, I'm going to close public comment. Financial resolution 2026-80, payment of bills, can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Does anyone have any questions on the board list?
Just a question on page 12. I gather vehicle 28 is a large truck, they have a almost $21,000 repair.
Oh, yeah, that's our tanker.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that one because that was a particular thorn to me.
Okay. I figured as much.
Yes, sir.
Too big.
Okay. Any other questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
aye,
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
I'm gonna vote aye, except for on purchase order number 2026-02088 for Florio Perucci, as I have an indirect conflict of interest. Resolution 2026-81 refunds, credits, and cancellations.
So move.
Second.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments on this one? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt,
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-83 authorizing a one-year contract through North Jersey Wastewater Cooperative Pricing System to Rio Supply Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $835,000 for Neptune ultrasonic cold water meters and registers with integrated meter interface units. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Beth?
So this is, we do this yearly. It's, with our meter read water supply, meters that we buy from Rio. We do this every year, and with that amount, I believe it's a not to exceed, which it is, and we do get credits when we send things back, and so it's kind of like a back and forth way, but Rio Supply's been supplying our meters for over 15 years or better now. And it's a great company and a great service, and we do the cloud storage with them, and great service. And we're actually looking to do a full meter change out program here. We figured out about 1,500 a year. And that'll get us into a 10-year rotation, because every 10 years they recommend that you got to change them out for your accuracy.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for Jeff?
Do we return old meters to them? Is that where we get credits?
We don't turn the ones that are like really bad and obsolete. If we have issues with them, we get credits for the ones we have issues with that have worked under warranty. I think they all have a 5-year warranty.
Okay, great, thank you.
Anyone else?
The other ones that we break down, we take all the parts out and get brass scrap for it.
Any other questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Was that an aye?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Okay, resolution 2026-84, approval of change order number 1 in the amount of $74,250.16 to USA Contractors Corp. for Elmwood wastewater treatment plant roof replacement. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
I'll take the second.
All right, so moved.
Anybody have any questions on, or Jeff, do you want to?
Yeah, so when they redid the roof, as you guys well know, you improved the roofs all throughout Elmwood. It was a very expensive, very tasteful job. As they uncovered the old roof, they found a lot of things that were in rotten and poor decay. And we had that replaced. It's roughly about 6% of the whole entire project. So we felt that it was the need to get it done. So we had it done. Roofs, I think they're demobilizing out of there today or tomorrow. Probably absolutely be the last week there.
Okay, anybody have any questions for Jeff?
Yeah,
See
do
that?
they have an apprenticeship, Jeff?
Start.
Rich,
Do
I
they
don't
have an,
know that. I can get that information for you. Off the top of my head, I don't even remember the name of the contractor.
okay,
USA Contractor.
I don't know that, Rich, quite honestly.
okay,
Say at times there was probably 30 people there working at once.
wow.
Okay, any other questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-85, award of second one-year contract extension to RD Zulli Incorporated for emergency repair services in an amount not to exceed $300,000. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Jeff?
Again, we use RD Zulli as our emergency contact for when we can't get things that are a little bit too deep or a little bit too risky. They come in with their crew and they handle the jobs for us. Thankfully, in the last few years, we haven't used Zulli extensively. We've been doing a lot of the breaks ourselves. I think we had 52 or 3 breaks last year. They were only in for 3 of them. This just recently, last few months, we got hit pretty good with the Route 70 issue, and that was a big chunk for the last contract. But Yes, his company, his crew do a fantastic job for us, and there's no problems with them in the middle of the night coming in and handling things.
Okay, does anybody have any questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt,
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Executive Director's Report, Jeff.
Thank you. Since our last meeting, we had 2 breaks. One of them was a water main break, and that was in the Marlton meeting area. It was a valve that had broke on Old Marlton Pike. The EMUA fixed that. That was on June 17th. We had one the very next day in the Woodland section of town, Brittany Boulevard. That was a force main sewer break, and the EMUA fixed that as well. We had some odor in the water, 4 odor in the water sporadically all through the town. When our technicians arrived on scene, we didn't smell any issues. We didn't see anything replicate as the residents and homeowners had said. We tested everything and everything was well within regulatory requirements, meaning it was good, and every homeowner was pretty pleasant with all that. No other issues as far as that. But we did have a pretty active month on the sewer side of operations. We had some power failures on our plants. They caused some sewer system overflows. We had to report things to the state. And we also had to provide affirmative defenses. And what an affirmative defense is, you know, when we have these situations, we draft a letter saying why, what caused it, and then DEP looks it over. If they're in agreement with this, it's we're not gonna say it's allowed, but they'll forgive us. So we've written affirmative defenses for each one of these cases, and now it's in their hands to read it over and decide if they feel that there's a violation that requires a fine or a fee associated with it. We won't know that for probably months. One other thing, Verizon sent us an invoice for $20,000 because they claimed that we hit their fiber optics line in the green section on Marigold. We turned that into our JIF insurance, and our JIF insurance, we turned it in with extensive documentation, pictures. It's clearly we didn't hit it. We didn't hit it. There's no marks in the excavation prior to, after, or any of that. So they're claiming that we have to pay that. Our JIF feels so strongly with all the burden of evidence that we have that it's a no-brainer. It's a win for us. Verizon tasked somebody from the law firm, a paralegal, and she's kind of been negotiating back and forth with the folks at our JIF all over the map with, you know, excuses and reasons and whys. But our JIF is fully confident if they do want to take us to court, we're going to prevail hands down, no problem. I just want to keep you abreast of that, that's moving.
Hey, Jeff, was it marked out?
It was not marked, no mark in the excavation
Okay.
site or nothing. And like I said, we have the pictures prior and afterwards. At one point, the paralegal had said, well, you know, you guys were out there digging at 8:30 and the ticket didn't come in until 11:30. No, you're right. We called the ticket in, but we weren't out there at 8:30. We don't do that.
Yeah.
So like I said, the burden, you know, proof, we have it all. And paralegals, I see the emails back and forth between Frank and her, and they're kind of comical about, like, okay, she's trying this now. She's tried every excuse. I personally spoke to Frank and I said, I don't think it's Verizon. I think it's Verizon probably hires some firm and says, hey, listen, these are some of our outstanding invoices. Try to get some payment for this. I don't know that for sure, but it's pretty comical, some of the comments that she's bringing back and ideas of what occurred out there to the table, where we've been just submitting documentation after documentation clearly shows it's not on us. Last month, Laura had spoken about the cell tower agreement with AT&T. Laura had misspoke. Oh, T-Mobile, my bad, I apologize. I did that the other day, Phil. Talked about the agreement last month about T-Mobile, and Laura had misspoke, but it was not Laura's fault. Our professional who handles our tower leases, he was trying to negotiate a 7-year deal. And when everything came to fruition and he presented the deal to Laura, he presented the 7 years. Laura went through documentation, noticed it was 5 years, reached out to Steel in the Air, and he clarified. He said, yeah, I was trying for 7, but I only got 5. So Laura and I just want to make the correction that the contract, everything's exactly the same, except it's not 7 years, it's 5 years. All the other terms and conditions have not changed.
Does that change the amount that we get at the back end?
I'm sorry, what?
Does that change the amount we get at the back end?
No, it just changes the their termination rights where they have to guarantee 5 years instead of 7.
Yeah, their termination rights were 7 years. They couldn't do anything for 7 years. Just
Everything else as
they
far
could
as
potentially do that
contract
in
and
5.
when it starts and the 15-year additional terms for the lease, all that still stands.
Last month, we also participated in Marlton Business Association event. I know some of you folks that stopped in there. And the feedback was a really great day, and he enjoyed doing that for us as well. Jordan did. So thank you, Jordan.
Yeah.
As you know, we hosted a mini seminar again at the Gibson House, teaching some of our employees as well as folks from all around the region, teaching new ways and techniques and innovative ideas for the future and the technology that's on the horizon. Coming up this Saturday, we have a couple of vehicles in the 4th of July parade. We also donated 20 cases of water for all the volunteers and townspeople that are going to be out there working. I'm sure they're going to need it this weekend. Coming up after that is National Night Out in August, where again, we'll be out there representing the EMUA with cases of water for all those who attend. And the last thing I have is the authority. We looked into a notification platform. We had some issues out in the Kings Grant area with the water main replacement program. A lot of the folks out there in the associations feel that communication was poor. I will agree with them to some extent. So that triggered us to look into what can we do differently and better with the notification situation. I told Christine of a particular platform as textmygov.com. Christine had a Zoom call with her today. I spoke with the mayor and Township Manager Miller today also about it. It's something that he also is endeavoring into. And it's probably going to be a good opportunity for all of us to get together and a lot of the other departments in town to get together and get on this type of platform. And what the platform does is basically, if we have an outage on an issue in the area, we can go on a map and kind of just circle the little area, couple streets, 5, 10 houses. And this platform texts the folks that live in their homes of the issue. That way it doesn't go to township wide and everybody gets spooked and they start calling and it really has an impact in it. It just keeps our call volumes down with nonsense calls and we just isolate it right to that area.
Yeah. Geofencing.
Yeah, it'll be geofence. It's a really great platform and as the township manager and I spoke today, so it's a great opportunity for a shared service if we both agree on we really like the idea. And so far we like it right now. And they kind of do all the legwork. I think they said that when they first day they went online, went live, they were like 80% of the town was on. And within 3 days, it was like 95, 98%. But there are some, obviously, that if your phone's not connected to your address, but it's connected to work or some other address, it's not going to pick up that phone. It's some kind of software that this company can get or pay for that knows where you live because of your cell phone number. I don't know how all that works. I'm not all that technically savvy, but looking forward to have better notification for our residents.
So we have a resolution.
Resolution.
Resolution 2026-86, resolution consenting to the proposed Tri-County Water Quality Management Plan amendment for Eastborough Downs Park. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Call me off guard with that one. I was like, there's no motion for that one. But this motion is Eastborough Downs, the township's doing big upgrades at the park. And the previous administration had declared that green acres, which mean for the water quality management, they couldn't do anything, no building, none of that stuff. But the township wants to put a concession stand, some bathrooms in there. We had Alino and Wayne and his team look into it. It's not a heavy lift for us. We're not expecting much flows out of it. And we agreed to it and they had to reach out to the county and DEP if they can unlock that agreement to make a concession for the concession stand bathrooms. And this is just us agreeing that we don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Jim? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Did we
We had a motion.
someone- Did we have a motion?
Yeah, George and Lou.
Sorry
Second.
about that. Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Engineers report, Wayne?
Yes, thank you. Nothing new on South Side Water Tank. Route 70 water main, contract was down to one punch list item that we're arguing about, but, we're gonna stand firm, make sure they find this one, clean out that we believe is buried before we let them, walk away from the job. Elmwood UV, repairs are still being made to the cables that supply the, power and control signals to the 4 UV modules. The manufacturer tried to do a repair themselves. They failed, and there's a specialty company that's handling the repairs now. They've repaired and replaced one set of cables. They have 2 more repaired that will be installed next week, and about 3 weeks from now, they'll do the 4th set, and we should be up and running at that point. With generator replacement, well, we haven't been able to get everyone together for a pre-construction meeting.
What about Sinelli
Oh,
Farms?
I'm sorry, I missed one. Yep,
No,
sorry, that's big, yeah. Sinelli Farms, everything's going well out there. The contractor's making good progress, and we have a nice change order.
Okay, resolution 2026-82, approve of change order number 1 in the credit amount of $36,473.04 to B&H Contracting for Sinelli Farm Station. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll take the second anytime.
Always happy to get money back.
Yes, so
Anybody?
this one has 3 different components to it. During the pre-construction meeting, it was decided to change the pumps. The authority hadn't had good recent experience with the pumps that were specified. And it just so happens that the pumps that would make a good replacement over the specified model actually cost less. So there's some money coming back from them, but there's also an add-on for, you'll see, electrical service upgrade that offsets the deduction for the pumps and controls, just because it requires some different electrical power connections. The enclosure is the little building for the electrical supply. We had specified a certain pre-engineered building that was not going to be available readily. It would have taken several months. The contractor suggested a fiberglass enclosure. The authority liked that, so you get a credit back on that, and it's available sooner. And then when the contractor dug down to the force main that leaves the pump station to start making preparations for the insertion valve that was necessary to create a bypass system, they found that the pipe was in very poor condition. So we had them replace 300 feet of that force main. You have an add-on for the force main replacement, but you have a deduction for the insertion valve, which is no longer necessary.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
Of course, the day I picked to drive down there, no one was on site.
No one was on site, but yeah, they poured some foundations for the little enclosure and the pump station, so we're satisfied with their progress.
Really great contractor to work with. Really looking out for the client. Really good guy.
Good job on juggling the pluses and minuses.
Yeah, yeah, they fell into place, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt,
I lost my connection. My phone's overheating, believe it or not. This is for 2026-82, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye.
Okay, now on to the Elmwood generator replacement. Contract's been awarded. We're juggling people's vacation schedules to get a pre-con meeting together, but we did tell the contractor to start preparing submittals so that we can order the long lead time items even before the pre-construction meeting. Kings Grant Drive water main, I'm sorry for everything blowing up while I'm away. I think that things have been resolved. The contractor is getting close to the end of this. He's got 1,100 feet or so to go. There is something coming up that you should be aware of. When he ties in at Taunton Lakes Road, that section from Wood Lake Road to Taunton Lakes Road is gonna be closed in the exit direction. So we're going to have the contractor start with signage all the way back by the elementary school.
Oh,
So
boy.
that people coming out of their houses,
Yeah.
they normally like to exit where the traffic light is.
Mhm.
Will hopefully turn them around before they get right up to the end and find out they have to turn around.
Having lived there,
Yeah,
it might somehow, I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna be. It might be a good idea to have a, I don't know, traffic cop or is there?
oh, there will be
separate-
police out there,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
To like,
Yeah, the police had directed us with certain detour plans. We're going a little further. They had signage starting about 2,000 feet from the intersection. And we just, from our recent experience, we know people need to be alerted
yeah,
further up the road than 2,000 feet.
I lived right at the school
Oh, okay.
on the side where I would go left.
Uh-huh.
And everybody else, there was no traffic coming that way,
Yeah.
so everybody else went that way.
Yeah.
So without a light on the other side, that's gonna get all clogged up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, so you're saying maybe suggest the police, they put a policeman at the other.
At the
side,
exit
the
to-
unsignaled.
On signal side,
Yeah.
or come up with some kind of a
That's-
temporary signal
yeah.
or something, because it's gonna back up.
We can make a suggestion, but they ultimately make the decision.
How long will it be down?
Probably a day.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nothing, that's like,
well, no, I'm sorry, they got 1,300 feet or 1,100 feet to install, it's gonna be longer than a day.
Yeah, they're probably doing
4 days,
plus speed a
yeah,
day, so.
yeah, say 4 days, and they have a wet tap to do out on the roads.
Yeah, you could-
Yeah,
definitely a problem.
yeah.
Well, Wayne, I gotta tell you, first of all, I'm glad that the contractor's almost done, because the amount of aggravation that they've caused me.
Yeah.
I got calls from residents, I got calls from township officials, I got calls from a state senator about this project. And while I recognize that some of the stuff wasn't the contractor's fault, one of the questions I do have that's still a burr on my saddle here is crossing of the road, because it's created a lot of aggravation for us, the township. I mean, why didn't we do it on that side of the road first? Or why couldn't the contractor complete the job that we contracted them to do, which was on the one side of the road?
The initial plan was that the township was going to be paving that, let's call it the inner lanes of the Kings Grant Drive. And so we were told to stay out of that inner lane so that we kept the water main on the same side as the water main is. Unfortunately, all the other utilities are there. For most of the run, we were able to stay on that side, but when we got to a certain, or the contractor got to a certain point, a gas main started to creep out and take up room from where the water main could go. One of the options the contractor suggested going right over the sewer line, which would have been, in my opinion, a stupid idea. We tried to get it in the grass median, but we couldn't get it in there due to lighting and electrical lines for the lighting. So eventually we had to cross over. It was the only option available.
Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, that caused a lot of aggravation and phone calls with the township and trying to get everything resolved here. And poor Jeff, I had to, how many times, I think we owe him a couple vacation days for all the phone calls.
I agree.
Okay, it was very aggravating that, again, I know it's not, some of the things that happened were not our, our doing, or the fact that we didn't know where the infrastructure was, and even one company not marking the infrastructure because they didn't know they had infrastructure there.
Well, right. Yeah, people don't understand how Kings Grant was built, especially in that area, which was the first area built before the EMUA ever thought of taking over the utilities. And so there really was no oversight by the authority in that area. And you've got inferior pipes down in the ground. You have utilities that weren't marked, weren't designed properly. We ran into a Verizon line that was actually in the asphalt instead of being under the asphalt. They paved right over it. So it's things that you'd never expect out there.
Wow.
Is all that in the rear view mirror now?
I think so, because we're on the other side of the road where there's no utilities. And we can go right to Taunton Lakes Road, where we're at Wood Lake Road now. So it should be a straight shot. And the only issue is going to be people not being able to use that as an exit.
All right, you have a resolution 2026-87, awarding a contract for engineering services to Alimo Group in the amount not to exceed $100,000 for paving services on Kings Grant Drive. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Second.
All right,
This is
this is due to the switching, we did not have a paving on this, but Jeff and I met with the township on multiple occasions. And we agreed to pave that road, or at least where we're fixing. Because, you know, it's good, we don't want to leave a mess where, you know, on Kings Grant Drive, where we're on both sides of the road and it doesn't look right. So we're gonna cover the cost for the paving in this. And Wayne, if you can, and I strongly encourage you, get this done quickly.
We
I
will.
don't want this
Absolutely.
hanging out there.
Yeah,
this is the cost for the line. This is not the cost for the contract.
that's correct.
Yeah.
The estimate on that.
I've had like just a few hours to look it over, but you're maybe over $500,000 for this, so. That's depends, you know,
That's a lot of money.
it is, yeah. And although it hasn't always been enforced, the township does have an ordinance that says when you replace a utility, you pay curb to curb. And that's where we are here too. The mayor had talked to me about that last year. We tried to sneak this in without the paving.
All right, anyone have any other questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Can you repeat that?
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis, Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye.
Just real quick before you proceed, so we'll say contract being let by us for the paving.
Yes. Yes. And just occurred to me, we should get a credit back from the water main contractor because they don't have to do top paving.
Yes, that's right. They don't have to pave that side.
They
right?
don't have to restore their trench any more than the base course that they're putting every week. So we'll work on that too.
What would the credit be?
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if it's worth the headache or the time for the trench to settle for stone to be all over the place, that's all.
Oh, no, there's gonna be asphalt.
Okay.
It's not gonna be stone, but you know how
They were
usually they
doing
put
trench on the asphalt.
the base course up to the top and then they mill out 2
Okay.
inches and put surface course on. Now, we don't have to have them come back and do the milling and,
Do the final.
yeah, the final,
I got you.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Move on. Well 8 replacement, the well was tested in the last few weeks. Very good testing. We're shooting for 750 gallons per minute. DEP requires that you test at 20% higher. So it was tested for 900 gallons per minute, full 24 hours, got that 900 gallons per minute. So you'll have a good well there. We're still working on the next contract, and now we can continue that now that we know we have a certain capacity, and we'll get the next contract out to finish the well. Pine Grove Pump Station, waiting on Pineland's approval on that. Cambridge Park Water Main Replacement, survey's done. We're starting to design the water main now. And we're going to make an extra effort to get some design information from these other utilities. They don't do markouts for us because we're not a contractor. That would be the best, but we'll we'll try to get some more information on the utilities that are out there before letting this contract. And then we have an S3W3.
All right, motion to approve S3W3 for Anders Carnes, The Rocks All Day Cafe, 501 Route 73, Suite 102. Can I have a motion, please?
So I'll take the second.
So moved.
This is over by REI, just a little closer to Route 73. And I think even though it says the Rocks All Day Cafe, it's indicated on their plans it's gonna be a Pancheros, so
Huh?
No,
Yeah,
there is
it's-
that's already in there. That's why it's getting confused.
No, so that's the same, that's
That's-
the same.
It's the same, yeah,
Strip mall.
it's the same strip mall. Okay, so this is the Rocks All Day Cafe.
It's an Australian cafe, very.
Is it?
Very,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay. I'm aware of that one. Okay,
That'd be cool.
good.
Any questions for Wayne? Stand up, please call the roll.
Mr. Sweeney,
Aye.
Mr. Schmidt.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Tenza,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Any final questions for Wayne? Seeing none, general counsel's report, Tom?
Phillies are up 5-2.
All right.
That's
Best news I heard all day.
Yeah.
Oh, the TWA.
All right, public comment. Seeing no one from the public here. I close public comment. Board comments. Mr. Wilmot, you want to start us off?
Yeah, great work, everybody. Hopefully that King's Grant project ends well, no hiccups. And I hope to see you at the 4th of July parade.
Okay, fire.
Mike, did we hear right? You had a family member pass?
Yes, my mom passed away.
Okay.
Condolences.
Condolences.
Sorry to hear that.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Byron.
I will also not be here for the 250th anniversary of our country as Eve Sham Sam this year. I will be at a family reunion in the Memphis area. Still playing Eve Sham Sam at large, but I'll be away. And good job on all the projects and finances and purchases.
Okay. Rich?
Yeah, first, Mike, your family's in our thoughts and prayers. Sorry to hear about your mom.
Thank you, Rich.
I'm glad that the King's Grant project's gonna get fixed. I don't know if any of you people been out there, that is a mess for the residents out there. And I just hope all the workers, the people that work outside for the MUA are careful the next couple days with the heat
Mhm.
and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Mike?
Thank you for the kind words on my mom. I really appreciate it. Jeff, I wanted to thank you for your update and the work you've done with the Marlton Business Association, the township, and leading our group. And also, I completely concur with what Rich said about our employees over the next couple of days. Hopefully, everyone will stay hydrated and do what they need to do. And thank you again. I'll see you guys next month, and have a great 4th of July.
Thanks, Mike.
Lou?
Yeah, again, my condolences.
Thank you, Lou.
I echo what he said and what Rich said about the heat. It's no joke. I actually saw that heat-related injuries and death are the biggest health concern, as opposed to weather-related, I should say. Saw that today on the news, more so than floods and tornadoes. So I'm actually quite surprised that I'm sure there would have been a major blowback if they canceled the parade. But it's going to be brutally hot with a really high weather heat index. So everybody stay hydrated. It's going to be a tough few days. I thank you to the hard workers of the MUA for what they do day in and day out, and enjoy the 4th and be safe.
George?
Mike, condolences and deepest sympathy to you and your family. I'd like to
Thank you, George. Thank you, George.
You're welcome. I'd like to thank our staff here, our administrators,
our professionals and the operating group working through the seats. Stay safe. And see you at the parade.
I also want to offer my condolences to you, Mike. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank everybody again. That was a great advice folks have given regarding, heat stroke. We got to make sure we're getting always getting plenty of breaks, water breaks and staying cool.
Not breaks, not water breaks. Taking a break for water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hydration break.
And I think, believe we got a truck gonna be in the parade, correct?
Couple.
Two or three trucks, so that's gonna be great. Appreciate the employees doing that. So thanks to the staff and the professionals and everybody who comes here and makes sure that we all look good. Our next meeting date is Wednesday, August 5th, 2026. We will meet here at 100 Sharp Road, 7 o'clock, and I have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Sorry.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, can I say something, please?
Yeah,
Hey, Michael, on behalf of the entire MUA, we'd like to offer our condolences. If there's anything we could do for you, please reach out.
I appreciate that, Jeff. It's, yeah, I really do. I really appreciate it.
do we have a motion to adjourn? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Oh.